Welcome to the Friday beginners trading session. This is not really a beginners trading session, but um welcome to the Friday session. I am going to go through the weekly order blocks and just identify how everything moved throughout the week. And hi Adrian. And and then we'll go from there. All right. So first on the weekly order block was AUDJPY. This must have been a 2 week order block. Let's see. Let's see, 2 week. Okay. Yes, it was a 2 week order block. I have marked up key levels on the chart already. So these black zones are my key levels. Um, and I either marked them up on the daily, the weekly, usually the higher time frame. Um, and if we just go over, this one must have been done on maybe the monthly. No, maybe the daily, maybe the weekly. Okay, maybe the daily. Um, so it was the weekly. So yes, so I marked up these key levels here on the chart. Um, so this was how the week ended. So let's go down to the daily. Now, price for next week, I would be looking for price to pull back to the zone based on the higher time frame. This is the tide order block, but based on this daily, I would be looking for price to likely give some kind of bearish momentum back into this zone, into this key level, to possibly start pulling back next week, since price has been such bullish. Let me see what the JPY index is doing. Okay, so the JPY index has been or ended the day bullish, um, or had 2 days of bulls. So we go to the 4 hour. As you can see, price pulled here and pushed back down. As of right now, price hasn't broken this low. So price could come and sweep this liquidity here. So price could sell down a little bit to sweep this liquidity, tap into the zone, and then start pushing back up. Okay. So that's the index. So for any of the JPY pairs, if price pushes down, then price is going to push up a little bit and then possibly start selling back down. So, um, yeah, this filled this imbalance, didn't really close below this zone. So we may get a few more pushes up before selling back down. Now, I don't see any structure as of right now other than this last swing right here, right? So this is the swing right here. Or did that break? Hold on. Herder. So this candle did break this high, but let me just put a little zone here. So this is the high, not the swing, not the currently the swing high, but price may sweep that high. Let's go to the daily. Okay, yeah. Prices may come back and sweep this high or just push up and then start pushing back down next week. Again, I would just definitely wait for confirmation before, but this is, so if this broke this high, then that means these lows are my lows. This is my low. Okay, so this broke, this has pulled back. I would definitely be looking for price to push back in this zone next week. Next week for at least the sell down to the retest of this initial break, which is 63 pips. It may even come back to this zone here for like 75 pips. And if I fib my move from here to up here, I would definitely be looking for it to pull back to somewhere between the 618 and the 78. That is AUDJPY. For AUDNZD was a weekly, this one must have been another 2-week candle. Okay, so we had a 2-week order block last week. Prices pushed up. I have marked up this zone here, so price is probably going to push up to break this. There's liquidity here. There's liquidity there. Okay. So price may come and sweep that liquidity and then start pulling back to sell back down to this zone or this order block to either continue buying up or break structure to sell down. But as of from what I see, this is the pair I hate. It's looking a little bullish. There's imbalance up here, so I can see it pushing back to then buy up into this imbalance. So that's what I see for AUA. Well, let me go to the weekly right quick. So yeah, I still see same thing. Push up, grab this liquidity, and then pull back to buy up. This one must have been another 2-week. It is. So price is currently at a key level. This little black zone here. Okay. And that's based on a 2-week candle. Let's go to the weekly. See what it's doing. Last week it was bullish. This week it gave a bullish candle, gave some rejection. Let's go to the daily. So it pushed up, it pulled back into this order block. So we would need to see some kind of, let me go to the 4-hour. Okay. So if I identify my last swing right here, I would definitely need to see price break this low before I consider and a pullback for some sales. Let's see. That imbalance has already been filled. There's nothing else to mitigate on the 4-hour. There's nothing else to mitigate on the 1-hour. And the only thing that needs to be mitigated on the 15-minute is, there's some imbalance down here, but then there's this demand zone right here. So I can see price pushing down here, pushing back up to possibly, it could push back up to grab this liquidity here. And maybe into this, supply zone, or continue buying. Overall, JPYs are bullish, so, and as I check the index, the swing hasn't been broken yet, so yeah, price could continue going up, buying up. Yeah, JPY. For Euro JPY, same thing. We have a key level here. I think that was the only key level, the highest key level. Yeah. So price has, is pretty much at an all-time high, has swept this high. So along with the other JPY pairs, we can see that the index is bearish. So that means the JPY pairs will be bullish. Once we start seeing, and I think I saw it on the daily, we had two bullish candles on the daily. Again, we had this break here. Price pulled back and retested that area and has pushed down. So price is either going to come and grab this liquidity here and then start pushing back to the top side. And once that occurs, then we can expect the JPY pairs to start selling. And of course, once it breaks this zone right here, once it breaks through this zone here, then you can definitely expect for the JPY pairs to start selling. So that's Euro JPY. Let's see. But I will say, once price pulls back, I will be looking for buys right here unless something shows me otherwise. GA. GA was this another 2 week? Okay. GA was a 2-week order block. We still have 7 days on this candle. So, and the weekly, we're at this key level. It hasn't broken this low yet. So price could pull back and tap into this zone again, or push up and then give us a bearish order block at this key level. And if that's the case, then the next key level or zone I would trade that to would be from, we're talking 340, 350 pips. So this would be the zone here that I would sell to. Okay. So from one zone to the next zone is over 350 pips. But you definitely need to get a bearish, some kind of bearish momentum here based on the 4-hour. This push down, didn't break this low. So that could be pulling back up and into this supply zone. Or pushing back up. It didn't break this low, okay. Or pushing back up to somewhere in this area here that hasn't been mitigated. All right, GBP CAD. GBP CAD was so it ended this week as a weekly order block. Let's see what the 2-week was. The 2-week was a bearish order block. So if you're looking at market structure, price has been bullish. Okay, pulling back and pushing up. So maybe a pullback to then push back up to this zone here. Based on, so although there was a 2-week order block, price did not break this high here. So let me go to the monthly. Not the monthly, the weekly. So price could, because it did violate this order block here, so price could just pull back into this zone. Once it violated this order block, pulling back, price could pull back to this zone. I have this order block marked up, this buy zone or demand zone. Based on the weekly, based on the daily, there's imbalance in here, and yeah, I would keep it there. So I would be expecting price to come tap into this here and then possibly start selling back down, or this pullback to buy up and then sell down. And let me just mark it because it broke this high, right? Broke this high. So we're looking for a pullback into this demand zone to buy here and then possibly pull back. And then buy up and then take off to here. Okay. G-Chef. We had dang, all these, no, that's a weekly. That was a weekly tide order block. If I look at the monthly, let's look at the big picture. So we have this huge swing. Wait a minute, hold on. Go to the weekly. Okay. So we have this last swing here is our structure. As you can see, price is pulling back. Let me fib from here to here. Price is tapped into the 50%. It pulled back but did not break this low. So my guesstimation is that G-Chef is going to continue pushing up. Maybe to the 618, to this supply zone here. Let's see, 78. There's nothing really. There's a little imbalance at the 78. There's liquidity right here. These double tops right here. So price could push to the 78 and then possibly start pushing back down. But right now it is bullish, has been bullish for weeks, for months. And likely going to these areas before either a continued sell or to break these highs to pull back and then continue buying. Okay. GJ. GJ is quickly approaching the 1 month order block. There's a monthly order block over here, or supply zone. Okay. My key level. So price is about 170 pips away from the bottom of the monthly order block, 700 pips, 800 pips from the key level, and about 1,000 pips from the top of the order block. Oops. I think once price taps into this monthly order block, I truly believe that that's when price will start to sell back down to this zone. So with that being said, we're talking just from that zone there is 1,300 pips. So let me go down a little, see if I can find a key level to draw my zone. Just gonna make it real tiny. So when I go to my daily, yeah. Yeah, I think price is gonna go there and then give us the death drop, because this is our last swing. So price can sell back down to here and then start pushing back to the top side. Okay. So that's GJ. GN was a weekly, was it another 2 week? I personally, I wouldn't call this a order block, just because this candle did not engulf here, or I would have liked to have seen it, a little more engulf, right? But based on the, I think I looked at this on the weekly and wasn't quite sure, other than there's nothing that needed to be mitigated here, except for here, which price tapped into and then bought up. So that was, this was my key level here. Price has, as you can see, there's a little liquidity here. So I would be expecting price to pull back into this demand zone before pushing back up to these highs. And if not, then I would expect it to push up and then maybe push back down to grab the liquidity. That's for GN. NZD CAD. NZD CAD. We have a key level. Price is currently sitting on a key level, right? Um, we had this today. We had an impulse move to the top. So I would need to see price pull back and give some rejection at this zone before buying back up. Or, yeah. So I would need see price pull back. It violated this order block, this daily order block. I would need to see price pull back to this zone and then buy up to, of course, there's this whole imbalance, but this is the institutional candle. So we're talking approximately 100 pips plus, or if it continues to the top side, if it continues buying, then to these highs, 150, 185 pips. All right, that's NZD CAD. NZD JPY. NZD JPY, I think it's at an all-time high. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it is at an all-time high. Let's see. That was the high there. So, this was the all-time high. It is now the all-time high. So we ended the day with a bullish order block. So I definitely would not be buying. But as we go down in the time frame, there's some imbalance here. There's this institutional candle here. I would expect price to pull back to this imbalance, this candle, to continue buying up. It has already broke structure. This candle is broken above. So I would be expecting price to pull back into this imbalance and then push up a little more. Now, again, it is bullish. It is so bullish that I probably wouldn't be buying. But if I had to guess, that's likely what's going to happen. Pull back into here to buy up. Maybe it'll buy up and give double tops and then start selling. But that's about 30 pips if you're a scalper. Terry on the call. Terry's a scalper. Terry, you on the call? No, he's not on the call. Okay. So that's my thoughts for NJ. US 30. US 30. So I am waiting for price to either pull back to here to sell or pull back to this daily demand zone, to buy. So from either here to here or from here on down. I'm looking for the pullback. There's the liquidity here. Oops. There's the liquidity there. So I'm definitely looking for that. And I'm hoping it comes down first, to be honest with you. It's in a daily order block. So there's liquidity there. Maybe it'll grab this liquidity, come to this, I don't know why those candles look all weird like that, but come to this close and open candle and then push back down to this demand zone to then buy up to the supply zone. So that's what I'm looking for US 30. UJ. UJ. So price pushed up. This was the last break here. Okay. So this is my last, what I would consider my buy zone. Okay. So I would be looking for price to buy up. Either going to get double tops up here or price to break through and keep buying. Let me see, did this have anything? I don't think there was anything to the left. Yeah. Because this was the latest key level that I could draw up on this one. So, which price did pull back to and then took off. So, let's go to the weekly. I can't even, let's go to the daily. So this would be my, I don't know why these candles are like this. Wanda. Oh, Wanda. So I'm just gonna put my sell zone right here for now. So price is either gonna pull back into this to break through or come up here to start selling. Or price is going to break this zone here and then pull back and start selling. So that's what I see for UJ. And gold. Gold. I see price pushing back up. So as you can see, gold is between two key levels. So gold may or may not consolidate. It may come back up here. This is on a daily. Let's see what's on a weekly. So we have a weekly bearish order block that price may pull back up into the wicks of to then sell, or gold just might consolidate, bounce between these two before pushing back up to I think it was 2,500 or something. Yeah, 2,400, 2,500. So yeah. So it may consolidate. We know it's bullish, right? It has been bullish. It has consolidated. It just push up. It may pull back, or it just may break. This is a weekly order block, so I see some kind of rejection happening here to pull back. Maybe this will be a leave an imbalance for price to tap, and then the following week maybe pull back into the imbalance to then buy up to 2,500 or higher. Okay. So, and that is all I have based off of the weekly order blocks. Any questions? Any? Shoot. Any questions? If not, that concludes the Friday weekly beginners trading analysis